TSB, Talk Sport and Business. I'm Neil Oja, with me Pranav Prasanna on Talk 100.3. And obviously, yes, it's an interesting time of the year जहाँ पर सारी की सारी sporting events UAE में होती है. And Pranav has been living absolutely true to his name that we've given him, Mr. Freebie. He's been running around getting invites to all these events and attending them and meeting some interesting people.
These are absolute superstars. You know, they're box office athletes that have dedicated their life and their passion to a certain sport. The sport that we're talking about here is boxing.
All right.
And the athlete that we're talking about right now is the British Pakistani boxing champion Amir Khan. At the age of 17, he became an Olympic silver medal champion in boxing,
Right.
which also made him Britain's youngest Olympic medalist in boxing. At the same time, he was named ESPN Prospect of the Year. He went on to become British Professional World Champion. आपको पता है उसने कौन सी एज में एक WA टाइटल जीता उसने?
19.
Oh no, it's 3 years after. He won that title at the age of 22. Some interesting facts here, Neil, that I have to mention. He's a co-owner of India's Super Fight League, which is MMA, which hosts great amount of MMA talent that we see coming out of India. So ये सारे achievements उनके हैं. He's won the WBA and IBF titles. He's held it for quite some time. And साथ ही साथ उसका philanthropic work जो है, when the floods Pakistan में जब हुआ था,
Right,
I think it was the July-August time, he was there on the grounds working with his team, his managers, and donations he was bringing in from across the UK. खुद अपने from his own end, he donated about £20,000
Wow.
for initiatives, and jari rakha hai usne.
That is amazing.
Efforts to help people over there.
That is amazing. I mean, what a fantastic person. But did you get to speak to him?
Oh yes, I did. He was very gracious with his time, and he took all questions. You know, when you see a boxer, when you see an athlete that's dedicated his time in life to a sport, you think he might want to go back, he might want to live the glittery golden days. But Amir Khan, he's a changed person.
Okay.
उनके लाइफ में इतने सारे controversies हुए थे, इतने सारे चर्चे उस पर थे, tabloid stories, that he fell out of love with the sport. ऐसे कभी हुआ है लाइफ में कि an athlete falling out of love?
बहुत rarely होता है ऐसे, बहुत rarely होता है.
Well, this guy's one example. He's seen it all, he's done it all, and he said, look, I'm ready to move on to the next stage of my life.
Perfect. So here it is, an excerpt from Pranav's interview with British Pakistani boxer Amir Khan, right here on TSB. This is an exclusive.
We've got Amir Khan with us, the legendary British Pakistani boxer. Amir, how are you doing today?
Nice to meet you, brother. Doing really well. It's nice to be in Abu Dhabi, enjoying the boxing, enjoying it as a fan today. Not fighting myself, so just having fun.
Do you miss that? Do you miss the adrenaline of walking down to the ring and working out?
Not at all, not at all. I mean, I'm quite happy that the sport, I've ended the sport and I'm not a boxer anymore. I can come here, I can chill, meet friends and reminisce the old times, you know what I mean? But to be honest with you, being a fighter, nah, I'm kind of happy it's over with.
Turning the clock back, you know, as a 17-year-old when you won the Olympic medal as a boxer, and then the legacy that you left behind, some words on that.
Yeah, you know, it's been a brilliant career, man. I've had so much fun. And boxing has been amazing to me. Maybe the last couple of years it was a little bit harder, but look, I've had so much fun in the sport of boxing. I think boxing has always changed my life, made me a better person, and give me the opportunity to do other things like charity work and things outside of boxing. So you know, it's been tough, but like I said, if I wouldn't like to go back and do it again, but I've enjoyed every bit of it.
We see a lot of South Asian fighters, you know, climbing up the ranks and they're coming into the scene. What is your take on that? Can we see a Desi boxer sort of dominate the scene soon, or would you like to take on a role and maybe coach them, give them advice, give them tips?
I don't think I've got the patience to be a coach, to be honest. I like to watch them and maybe help them, but you know, you've got Akif Fayaz here who's just fought today, had a great win today. You've got Abdul Khan, my cousin, also into boxing as well, doing really, really well. You've got Kez Ashfaq. You've got so many young fighters in the UK doing really well, British Pakistanis and fighters in Pakistan as well. You've got Usman Wazir and other fighters. So and another one is Mohammed Wasim. So you know what, boxing in the South Asian community is getting better and better. So I think before you know it, you will see another champion coming through their doors. And like I said, I'd love to be part of it and to support them and help them and advise them in the right way.
No, I have to ask, for those who are sitting out there and thinking, why boxing? You know, why, go in the ring and get hurt? Yeah. Why put in all those hours of training? What would you say to them? Boxing, we know they change lives, yes, but you got to start somewhere. What's your advice?
Definitely, you have to start somewhere, and what boxing gives you is discipline. Mm-hmm. And also teaches you not to fight outside the boxing ring. Look, you could be someone who's heavy-handed, who's very strong, but then when it might come into a fight where you might just walk away and say, I'm not going to hit this person because boxing's taught me not to fight outside on the streets. You learn to kind of control your anger as well. So boxing is a massive help. Kind of helped me from keeping me off the streets as well, because you have to always be in the gym training and stuff, and you become a better person.
You spoke moments ago about Hezbollah and the UFC contract. We've also seen boxing sort of become big amongst the YouTubers. Now, when you see that, is that something you laugh at and say, oh, these guys aren't real? Or
No, they're all real. I mean, it's all real, because at the end of the day, you have to respect these YouTubers who are trying to make a name for themselves in the sport of boxing, not only from being a YouTuber, but they're trying to now go into boxing and try to do well in that sport, and you have to give them credit for it. But it is a dangerous sport, and they can pick an easier sport, but they're picking the hardest sport in the world, which is boxing. One punch can change your life, but these guys are still risking their life in the ring because they really believe and they really love the sport of boxing. So it's nice to see that people love boxing. These YouTubers love boxing, who have a massive fan base. Boxing's getting a new fan base. Doors are opening to new fans, and we I think it's brilliant. This is what boxing needed.
Final two questions. I mean, we're not going to hold you here for long. Your legacy, in one word, how do you want it to be remembered?
I'm not really bothered, to be honest with you. I'm just very laid back and chill, man. I've been there, I've done it. I'm happy the way things have gone, and I thank God for everything He's done. But remember, as a fighter, I went to Olympic Games, never ducked anyone, fought the best out there, and give it my all, really. Win, lose, I mean, I always give it my all, and I always wanted to give the fans the fights that they wanted. There's a lot of fights that I could have walked away from and not had. But like I said, I wanted to give them to the fans. I wanted the fans to have the opportunity to have these fights. But it is one of them things, I've enjoyed it. And looking back at it now, I can smile and think, I'm glad it's over.
Final question. You're no stranger to the UAE. We've seen you a couple of times in Dubai as well. Is there a future that you see here in terms of boxing or maybe other investments in the long run?
I'm going to do a massive announcement in the next, probably about 2 weeks' time. It's a massive announcement, I'll get in trouble to do that. But we are promoting the sport of boxing. That's all we're going to say in this region, and with something I'm going to go into is much bigger than what I've done. See, I'm already the Middle East president of World Boxing Council, but this is something big that we're doing to make the sport even bigger in this region. So hopefully, when the time is right, we can announce it.